Hi community of awesome, I'm Ava J and this is Bookish Pixie. So if you get involved in the publishing/writing community online, you'll very quickly start to come across a lot of adjectives that at a first glance almost look like a foreign language. And while I'm not going to go over all of them right now, I am going to go over many of them because a lot of them pertain to today's vlog topic, which is genre versus category. A lot of writers, especially initially, get a little confused about the difference between genre versus category. And this confusion is pretty understandable, especially because the two are often used interchangeably even though they're slightly different things. So Ava, what is the difference, you ask? A category is the larger of the two in that a category has many genres within it. Categories that are frequently referenced to in the publishing world include adult, new adult, young adult, middle grade, and picture book. As you could probably guess by the titles, these categories are roughly separated by age group. Of course, this isn't the only differentiator, but if you're just looking at them at a glance, it's the easiest way to tell them apart. Middle grade novels generally have protagonists who would be old enough to be in American middle school, so roughly 10 or 11 to 14. The voices are younger and the tones are often lighter, but not always. Some popular middle grade books include the first couple Artemis Fowl books, the first couple Pendragon books, the Percy Jackson books, and the first Harry Potter book. The next category up is young adult. Young adult books generally our protagonists would be old enough for an American high school, so roughly 15-ish to 17-ish. Young adult books can be, but don't have to be, darker than middle grade books. They're generally more fast-paced than adult books, and they also have strong voices and can cover some serious topics. Some popular young adult books include The Fault in Our Stars, most of the Harry Potter series, the Twilight series, the Divergent series, and the Hunger Games series. Next category up is new adult. New adult novels generally have protagonists that would be about college age. New adult books can but don't have to take place on college campuses. They usually have themes of independence and being on your own for the first time and becoming an adult, and the most popular ones right now tend to be romance, which is a genre. Some popular new adult books include Easy by Tamara Weber, Losing It by Cora Carmack, Beautiful Disaster by Jamie McGuire, and Wait for You by Jay Lynn. Then there are adult books. Adult basically encompasses everything older than new adult, so roughly late 20s on. Popular adult books include anything written by Stephen King or Dan Brown, and yeah, you know adult books. Keep in mind that the age thing can vary and be flexible, and there are a lot of other characteristics in every category, but that is the very general basic way of looking at them. So okay, that's category. Now what is a genre? Genres are the categories that you're probably already familiar with. Fantasy, mystery, action, sci-fi, romance, horror, thriller, whatever. I said before that every category has genres within them, and what I meant by that is that in young adult, for example, there are young adult sci-fis and young adult fantasies and young adult contemporaries and young adult horrors and thrillers and everything else. So for example, Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli and Half Bad by Sally Green are both YA, but they're different genres. Simon vs. is a YA contemporary and Half Bad is a YA fantasy. They share a category because they're both YA or young adult, but they're different genres, contemporary versus fantasy. This can be a little confusing at first, but I encourage you to go to a bookstore and pay attention to the way books are shelved, because oftentimes they're shelved by category first, as in adult in one section and young adult in another section, and then by genre within each section. And taking a look at that may help you further recognize the differences. So that's all I got for today. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys next week.